Hello, hello. So I've never streamed anything like this before, so hopefully it goes alright. And you might be thinking to yourself, this looks an awful lot like Minecraft rather than Blender. And you'd be right. But I thought I would start off in Minecraft just to show you what I've set up, and then we'll go through the process of exporting that to a format that I can then import it into a Blender file. So it looks a little wonky at the moment, but I've set up a little desk area here, and here's some stuff that I'm gonna turn into things on my desk. So this is a little creative world, which is based on my general offline main world. But yeah, so this is basically what I'm working with. So now I'm going to exit out of Minecraft and open up a program that will let me export all of these blocks into Blender. So that program is called Mineways. And first step is opening up my world. So it's this copy here. And it's basically just a map. You can see where spawn is, and then oh, okay, yeah, I'm not on the right version. Okay, so that might be a problem. Okay, so currently oops, that's never gone orange before. The little chair that I tried to make is going to be made out of bedrock. So that's okay, I can remove that. So the area I'm interested in is this corner of my house here. Probably all of that section, actually, if I can remember how to do it. Yep, so I'm selecting that bit of my house, and then I need to adjust the depth of it. Yes. Okay, so I can probably bump that up. So this is the Y level of the world. And I was meant to make a note of where I was, but I forgot, so oh well. Might need to export it again. So then I want to export for rendering. And then I need to find where I want to export it, which is not in my Minecraft saves folder. Nope. That's where all of my stuff. It's been a while since I've exported one of these maps. That's where they live. So I'm going to call this one Office. And I want to export individual blocks because it's only a small amount of things that I'm playing around with. So I want to be able to manipulate them individually. Whereas if I was exporting a whole world as like a background or something, I wouldn't want them to be individual blocks. I just want it to be like a chunk where all of the grass is connected. So I shouldn't need to change any of these other settings. And clicking OK should just export that for me. Great. So I can close that and then go into Blender. So I've already set up, well, basically I've copied this from another file. So I can grab my character and the camera and all that and just put it somewhere off to the side for now. Because what I want to do is import that Mineways file. I don't know how there's probably some way of getting my cursed grid. It's cursed world origin, that sounds good. Okay, so now I've got these tabs so I can import my OBJ file that I just made. I get my maps folder back. And I called it office, so it's in here somewhere. OP, yep, there we go. Import world, and let's see if I pick the right Y level, otherwise I might need to re-import. Oh, there we go. Okay, that looks plenty big enough to me. Okay, yeah, I could have gone even further up actually, because this stuff is below my house, so I don't actually need all of those blocks there. The only bit I'm really interested in is if I deselect that. Yeah. Yeah, I do have trouble navigating around this place sometimes. Although I think that should put me into fly mode. Ooh, it's a bit slow. So yeah, there's my nice bedrock chair there. And it all looks a bit fuzzy at the moment, but that's because it's not using the full textures for things. It's just kind of like a, oops, ended up in the block. A placeholder version, I guess. Okay, so I wasn't sure what would happen. So the paintings disappeared. Oh, kicked me out of the view that I wanted. Right. See if I can put my cursor here. There is a way to snap onto the cursor. Oh no, that's snapped onto that block because I had it selected. Yeah, I do forget my key bindings sometimes. Okay, it would probably be better if I snap onto there. So I don't really want the bedrock, so I can just delete that. And then I've got my banners here, which are fine for my curtains. And I can just, oops, stick a image of the painting on the wall if I want to, or just put anything else on there. So let's stick my cursor there. What I can do is re-import stuff for the chair, or I can spawn blocks from here. I'm just wondering if it's going to be easy to line them up or not. Not sure. What colour chair? I'm tempted to go for warped wood just because that colour is one of my favourites. I don't know how many people would actually have a blue gaming chair. Oh. Fence post. There we go. So I can just spawn stuff in, and it spawns in where the cursor is. Obviously, if you're doing a lot of stuff, it's easier just to put the blocks down in Minecraft and then export them that way. Slab. Just a normal slab, I think. Not that it matters, because what I can do is grab it and move it around. I guess because I'm putting everything in the same place, it doesn't really matter. Orientation wise, because it's all sort of stacks up anyway. So hopefully that'll help with things being lined up properly. And they'll be viewed from an angle anyway, so it's not too important that I get things perfectly lined up. I'm a bit worried about the trapdoor that I want for the back of it though. Open trapdoor? I don't know. Yeah, that works. So you can rotate everything. Which I'm about to do now. So I want to rotate it on the Z axis. Around like that, and I think I have to move it a bit as well. Zoom in a bit, there we go. Could probably just delete the ceiling, but I don't know if it'll be visible where I put my camera, so for the moment I'll just leave it. I guess I could make it invisible. That would be an idea. So this has all of the blocks that it's imported, which is more than I was planning because I didn't get the Y level right. Oh yeah, because they're all individual. Hopefully I can batch hide these. So if I select all of those, oh no, it's one at a time. That's annoying. So this is just hiding them from the render view. And normally it's a lot easier because there'll just be one item for all of the birch planks in this export. Okay, 200. I'm not clicking 200 individually. Does it do it logically? Okay, sort of does. So you can see here they're disappearing from view. Where's that one? Okay. There probably is a way to do this in bulk, but I'm a bit of a Blender noob, so I don't know what that trick might be. Okay, so I've got some ceiling out the way. Apparently not enough ceiling out of the way, but it'll do for now. So I'm just gonna... Ooh. I guess I could do a floating back of the chair and have a little... Oops, there's a wall. There's a loom. Let's delete the loom because I don't need that. That was for when I was playing around with banners in the world. Okay, that can just go away. Okay, so I'm going to try a little chain on here. So I've got a chain there already. So I think I should be able to go Control D to duplicate it. No. I don't know. I guess I can just import one here instead. Okay, so I'm gonna move that backwards and then upwards. I think that'll do for now. I probably want to center this a bit better. On a wonky chair. Right. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Move that down a bit actually. So it's mostly just, for me at least, tweaking around little things like this to get everything working how I want it to look. I think that's a good chair. Probably wants to be a bit lower on the floor. But for now, what I'm going to do is, if I can remember how to do it, it's shift to select things. So I'm selecting all the parts of my chair, and then I want to set a parent as an object, or do I want to join them? I think I want to join them. Okay, yeah, that's done it. So it's one item now, which means that if I move it up and down, everything moves in one go, and I can rotate it and it all moves together, which is pretty handy because I'm probably going to want this sitting at a non-legal Minecraft angle. Okay, so let's move this a bit closer to the desk. And we need a bit of suspension of disbelief because there's no way my legs are fitting under there. But it's okay because my legs aren't very long either. So I tried to make my character walk up the stairs, and it's really hard because of just how short your legs are in proportion to the stairs in Minecraft. So trying to animate that didn't look very good. I don't know if that's one object. I'm just wondering if I can get rid of that thing. The base of the banner. It's probably a bit nitpicky for the moment because it would be nice to get this done for this session. So what I want to do here, oops, okay, that's in two parts apparently. Which is handy because maybe I want to delete the lower section, so I can raise that up. Okay, I think my dirt block is going to show through the bottom of my pot, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, does this, yeah, this plant needs to come further out this way. What I might also want to do is scale things down a bit. Which way am I going? That way. So I want to try and line the plant up with the hole in the pot. There we go. Delicately moving things. I don't know here if I want to keep the green portion. Okay, so I think the green portion has this little stem on there. So I think it would look weird if I deleted that. So let's move this up so it's sort of spilling out of the pot. And then I can join these together again. And scale it down. Is that scaling? That looks like it's just moving it. I am confused. I'm not quite sure where it's going into the ground, but let's move it back up again. It looks exactly the same size. To me, at least. Maybe it's not, though. Okay, possibly it's slightly smaller? Okay. We'll see. Can I use this instead? Is that gonna... Okay, that scales not all together. There we go. Okay. So yeah, that's really not scaled too far at all. I think I've probably got the origin, set origin to geometry. Okay, hopefully now it will scale in on itself. There we go, that's better. So before that it was scaling with the world, or like the bit that I imported, it's picking the center of that as where it wants to scale, which is not entirely useful. So this dirt block needs to go, and I can just move this. So I want to move it X and -1. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now I want to pop this. Oops, that was the wrong way around. I wanted to move my object selection. Yeah. Okay. Oops. Right, I'm doing everything wrong now. Okay. Because what I want to do is select my plant pot and move that. But I'm getting myself all confused. Okay. So that's sort of in the right place I want it, and then I can just drag it up to an appropriate height. And there we go. I've got a nice little plant next to my desk. Probably not in the best spot because it's not getting light from the windows, but never mind. So now what I want to do is populate my desk with various things. So this hopefully is going to turn into a monitor. So let's drag it into this room to make it a bit easier to work with. So the base here can come across. And I probably want to change this origin as well. There we go, so that I can scale it down a little bit. And what I can also do is scale on a particular axis, so I can squish it so that it's thinner than a normal block would be able to be in Minecraft. It does warp it slightly, but I think that's acceptable. It's going to be quite small anyway, so I doubt you'll see much of that detail anyway once it's all put together. And for the stand as well. Okay, so I want to move this over. And then sort of put it towards the back. Like that. Not quite equal. So you can do like side-on views to blocks and stuff, but I'm not too worried about that because it's going to be scaled down and it's not the main focus, so it just needs to look good enough. That's for something that's probably a decent size for a monitor, actually. Well, it's a bit bigger than my monitor. Let's flatten it. Oops. Okay, I need to reset the origin. I keep forgetting that. Okay, so now hopefully if I scale them, yeah, it's getting squished. I don't want a CRT monitor here. I want a nice flat screen. And it's not going to have a curve to it because I don't have a curved monitor. So I don't get one in Minecraft either. Now I can move that back. I might need to squish that a bit thinner as well, I think. So move that down so that it's hitting the stand. Yeah, so I think this needs to be thinner. Oops. Wrong key. There we go. And then I think that probably just needs scaling down as well. I think it's a bit big at the moment. Okay, that's not floating, which is good. Well, it's floating off the floor, but it's not going to stay on the floor, so that's fine. Like that, so I like clipping there, but I think it's okay from the front. I probably should even move this forward a bit. And then I can make that taller. Oops, scale. What I'm trying to do is scale it. Not just move it. Okay. Still connected. Right. So that can be my little monitor. And I think what I'm going to do is just put an image on here. You can import images into Blender, but I don't have a screenshot that I want to use for that at the moment. So what I could also do is do that later in, I use paint.net for image manipulation generally. Although if I do it in Blender, then it gets the angle and everything how I want it easily. So let's join these together into an object. So that's my monitor. And I want to put it on my desk, oddly enough. So I can move my cursor there and then move the selection to cursor and rotate it. So it's facing the right way. Straight on. I don't get eye strain. And then I want to move it. It's in front of my curtains. Also, having your monitor in front of a window is a really bad idea, but I don't know. I thought it would look nice in this. It's not how I have it set up at home. Okay, so I've got monitor nice and mostly central. And I've put this blue here as like a desk topper, because originally I just had the black desk, and I was like, if I add, you know, all of my accessories are black, so they're just gonna merge in if I don't do any sort of difference there. So this here is just going to be my microphone. And I'm probably just going to stick it on the desk with no sort of support block and see how that looks, because it's going to be very small. Do my origin thing again. There we go. Did I pick the right thing? The origin's geometry. Okay. Hopefully the origin is in this. Oh, no. That's okay, so oh, maybe I did put a base on it and it just somehow ended up all the way down there? Question mark? Or I just accidentally selected something. Okay. Okay, what I can do is just undo everything. Well, obviously not everything. Undo the join. Well, one more undo. Actually, I want to move it upwards first to see actually what that block on the... Okay, so it's just picked up a random spruce slab for no reason. That's a bit weird. Don't actually know. No, that doesn't unjoin things. That's good to know. Undo. Undo. Okay. So then now separate objects. So I want to make sure that I am selecting that and that. So why are you doing this? Okay, so I think Alt A should deselect everything. Why is that chain connected to that spruce plank? That makes absolutely no sense at all. Oh, maybe that was when I tried to duplicate it or something. Yeah, they're definitely connected. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is just get a new chain. That seems like the easier option. So let's drag this concrete block into the room. And I won't try and use key bindings, I can't remember what they are. Yeah. Let's stick my cursor somewhere here. Place the chain down, good stuff. Okay. Could mess around with planes and stuff and basically make that stick on top, but I don't think I want to be that fussy. So I'm just going to eyeball it. And obviously that's not good. Okay, looks looks about halfway. Looks like I might need a bit more. Oh no. Yeah, a little bit further to the right, but it's not too far off. We're just eyeballing something. Okay, so I want to shrink this down a bit before I join them up, I think, because otherwise the chain's going to disappear when I resize them. So let's shrink that down now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'll be better. Well then, now it sort of looks off center again to me. Oops, wrong way. Yeah. Okay. So at my origin, and it's done it correctly, so I haven't got any weird blocks that I've picked up. And let's just scale that down to be teeny tiny. Yeah, I need a keyboard, so let's put my mouse there. Selections cursor. A little bit. I don't know if it's terribly obvious what it is, but I guess just any sort of little trinkets on the desk will make it look a bit more interesting. Oops, too far again. Okay. So I do need to remember the keyboard because I don't think I've laid out any blocks for that necessarily out here. So I need a keyboard and I need a mouse, but they should both be fairly simple. It's just going to be a representation of a keyboard rather than, I mean, I could go all out and put lots of little keys on it. Maybe I should do that. But I don't know if I have the patience. So yeah, I think for the keyboard, I don't know why that block is selected. Deselect everything. I'm worried now that I'm gonna get constant linking up random blocks to things that I'm trying to do. Just trying to think if there's a block. Maybe I could try smooth basalt, because that's got the sort of whirly texture on the top. And if I stretch that out, I'm wondering if maybe if you squint a bit, it would look like some keys. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. Is it polished basalt? Maybe it's polished basalt. Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of. So let's try scaling that. I don't think that's the way I wanted to scale it. So I want to make it super short, not that short. Come back. And I want to stretch it out. that way. These keyboards are kind of not as square. It's like, yeah, the monitor. And I do want to just squish it a little bit more if I can without it moving. I guess I can always chuck it inside the desk if needed. Okay, going down pretty thin. That looks good to me. Okay. Now I need to just completely scale it down. We're going to have a wireless keyboard because there's no way that I'm putting wires on something this small. I don't have the patience for that. Okay, let's stick that on there. I want to rotate it around like that. Which edge of the keyboard looks better? I don't think it actually matters. They both look pretty similar to me. Go all the way around. I guess I can have my keyboard at a bit of a jaunty angle. Like I've just been using it. Okay, it probably wants to be a bit smaller, looking at the scale of things. So I'm going to scale that down a little bit more. And then check that it's actually on the desk, mostly, yeah. And then move it backwards. And then I also want to rotate it on the y-axis. Don't know how much. Just a bit, because most keyboards slope upwards. Like that. I'm not sure if it's actually touching. Oops. I'm not very good at view here. Okay, I think that's all right. I was worried it was going to be floating. Why did I have a block there either? Somewhat concerning. Is that duplicate? Yeah. Okay, right. To duplicate and then Y? Yeah. Plug that hole in the wall. Otherwise we'll get a breeze in. Okay, so got my keyboard, got my microphone. I want to put a mouse on there. And I want some speakers. And then it's time to move my character up here and the camera and some lighting. This does actually give off ambient light in the room, but I might need a bit more light just to make the scene look better. Also don't know what I've got in terms of background. I think my background might be like a really weird color. Color world. Okay. It might be fine. We'll see. I mean, I'll know if once I've set the camera up, if that's just grey outside, then I need to import a background. If I can remember how to do that, I might need to look it up. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have another little black box for my mouse. Okay, I'll move my cursor back here and then import something. I should probably have changed that. I think that would probably look better as the powdered concrete because it's got a little bit of texture to it. And then it would look like a fluffy mic. So, I mean, there's probably some smart way of doing it. I don't know if I know a smart way of doing it, so maybe I'll put the rest in. Because I have this trouble and I get caught up on little details that maybe aren't actually that necessary. And if I'm doing something like at small scale, it would be very easy for me to get distracted from what the actual purpose is. And I really would like to have a end screen done so that I can add it to my next video. Right. So for now, let's just move this concrete block out of the way. Which way am I going? X. That way. Okay, so maybe later I'll stick that on the microphone. But for now, I want to turn this into something that looks like a mouse. So again, I'm going to want to scale it down quite a bit. Pull it up a bit. Oh. And I want to squish it. So let's squish it down like that, a bit fatter than the keyboard. And then move it, scale it along. It's a bit longer. And I also want, so I put the grindstone down here. I can see it. Because I thought that could, if you forget that it's meant to be a saw blade, make for quite a good scroll wheel. So I need to rotate that 90 degrees on the Z axis. Was that right? Let's undo that. Thank you. Right, I think this is another origin issue. Origins geometry. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, much better. Okay, so now I need to scale this down. Oops, down. Needs to go even smaller than that. I think there is a way. How do I do this? Is it edit mode? Yeah, okay, so I think I can delete different bits of this now. If I can remember. Okay, I've got those, but I don't think they're going to be visible. So I'm left with just my saw blade now. And it's probably small enough that I can try putting it on my mouse. Okay, so I want to move it forward a bit. And then I want to black on black. That's not a great idea. Yeah, I think that's about equal. And then I'll, yeah, definitely need to move it down because it's currently floating. So I probably want to embed that a little bit like that. Okay, so let's join those together. That just... okay. Hopefully that's just a visual glitch and it's not actually made my saw blade disappear. That would make me sad. Okay, so stick the mouse over there. It looks a little bit big still now that it's next to everything else. So let's just scale that down a bit more. And let's give that a little bit of rotation as well. Like I've just been using it and left it slightly askew. Okay, so time is ticking along. I did want to have some... I mean, speakers is kind of wrong. I think they're on my desk, but I'm wearing headphones when I'm recording, so I guess I could try and make some headphones for my character, maybe. Stick them in the background or something. But I think at the moment, what I want to do is actually get my character in here. So I need to go past all of these birch planks and minimize that. And then I want to select my character rig and bring that up here. Are you just being slow, or have I done that wrong? Okay. Help. There you are. Right, why are you not going up to the cursor? Okay, much better. So let's... okay, I'm focused on the character now, which is better. I'm so tiny compared to everything. I'm gonna look like a child. What I could do is resize the chair a bit. That might help. Balance things out a bit. Okay. Is the chair floating? Yes, slightly. Let's bring that down a bit. Look, I said that I would. I said it would depend on whether I had time. And then I scheduled it. I probably could have been more explicit when I was saying about doing a stream on this, that I would do it on Monday. I was wondering where you were. I figured you were just busy or something. Yeah, sorry. I did put it... I did schedule it up, but yeah, I probably should have made it clearer that I was actually able to stream today. I've just been chatting away to myself. Had one person pop in and pop out again. How are you doing anyway? Sorry. Yeah. I guess in my head, when I said about doing this, it sort of made sense. Oh, I'll be doing this on Monday, rather than not having a stream on Monday, but I wasn't I didn't spell it out, so yeah, my bad. There's still plenty to do though, so you will get the experience. That's too far. Don't turn that far. So yeah, I've imported all of this stuff from my... Oh, don't worry. It's good practice for me to be able to chat away to myself. Don't feel bad. You're here now, and I can actually talk to you, which is good. So yeah, I've just made some little bits on my desk. I've resized the plant. It looks all blurry because I've not like prep the textures. So when I prep the materials, it'll look a lot better. But for the moment, it's gonna look scuffed. I've also I think I want to do something about my facial expression because I look a little bit weird. That's not what I want my end screen to look like. Okay, so I think I'm in a good place, maybe. So now what I want to do is try and sit down, and what I should have done, and what I might still do actually, is import the character rig that I used in my first ever episode. Don't know if you remember that, but I was sat on a sofa, so let's come out of pose mode for the moment and just move that Galar off to one side, and then I can try to append from armchair dot blend. Excuse me. Oh, why do I have so many? Collection. Oh, I don't know what I just did. That might not have been what I wanted to do. I imported a bit more than I needed to, so I've got some extra blocks sitting around. Okay, whatever I just imported was not what I actually wanted to do. So let's undo that. Let's try this again. And I just did this in a different version. Oh, okay, that's looking more promising. I look like I might be in several parts though. Okay, I am sitting down. I'm not sure what all of this stuff is doing though. That feels like my insides, which should be all together rather than spread out like that. Okay, I think that this is also... I'm gonna re-import that because I think things are getting a little bit messed up. Okay, that's not a rig. I don't know what that is, but it's not a rig, so... Yeah, okay, so that's imported something. Okay, yeah, and it's got this, so I think I can probably... I don't know. Let's move it all upstairs first, and then I'll worry about which bits I want to keep. Okay, so that is actually the bit that I want to keep this weird explodey thing is not what I want to keep. Okay. So I've got that selected and I can move it to my cursor, keeping offset. There are now 2 of me, but I'm on the wrong floor. Right. I don't know what's happened to my eyeballs. That doesn't quite look right. Oh dear. It's like a broken child's toy or something. That's a bit scary. Why are you doing this? Okay, I'm starting to think maybe it would be easier to sit down that other character rig rather than try and work out what on earth sort of hex has happened to this one. Because yeah, that's not normal. So sorry, but you're gonna go. You're too cursed. Right. Upstairs. Okay. There we go. Doesn't this one look better? And not like she's auditioning for a horror movie. Okay, so drag you back over here. Yeah, sorry about the weird camera angles. Movement is not my speciality in this. It's fine. The broken Galosaurus can't hurt you. Oh, I think I know what I'm gonna try and do for next Halloween. A little animation where that thing crawls back up. If I get time, it could be a fun little project. Quite a departure from everything else that I ever do on my channel. We'll see. We shall see. Right, okay, so that's about the right place. Now I want to go in pose mode. And I don't think you can move the legs independently. No, you have to move them from the feet, which is sort of where I struggle. This would probably be easier if everything was... Go out of that. If everything was straight on, then it would be a lot easier and then I can just rotate it back around later. And that would probably be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Okay. Oops. I'll get my views sorted nicely. Okay, so if I grab that onto the seat. Okay, now I can go back to pose mode and hopefully it will be a bit easier to move things. I can have one leg there. Let's not think about the fact that my legs don't hit the floor. I guess what I could have done is made that shorter. But because I've linked them all together, so that is now a chair object. Don't think I can unlink them and change it. We'll see. am I doing? Pull that upwards. Not like that. Yep. Yeah. I need a little birthday duck. Okay, I'm going to do this in stages because trying to do it one at a time is not working. Actually, that could work. So that leg's going to be at the back anyway, but I don't sit with absolutely correct posture anyway, so it's kind of more true to life. Okay. Let's see if I can move everything backwards so I'm sort of sat on the chair a bit better. Can't see it, but I might want to just angle that leg slightly away. A little bit further out. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I definitely don't want to be doing this with my arms. That's a bit strange. I can reset them. Just down by my side, reset my head. I can select it. Got a bit of a shifty look in my eye. This was for my shulker video. I'm sort of giving the shulker the side eye, but that's probably not what I want to give my audience when I'm saying goodbye to them at the end of a video. I think I probably want like a friendly wave. Okay, what I should do, thinking about it, is bring the camera up here as well. Oops, I can't do that in pose mode. I'm very glad that my head didn't fly off then and go to the cursor. Okay, so select the camera. You can do some really cursed things with these. Oh, I think my stream is having issues. Hopefully that's better now. Okay, we're going on the floor, but it's okay because if I can remember how to fly with the camera, we can come out again. Right. Oops, not through the window. Yeah. I will change that to something friendlier that says thanks for watching my videos. Okay. So I might need to change the sorry. Puffing at myself there for not using the right mouse press to save this. Back of the wall. I can get rid of that wall if I need to. Because what I'm going to have is like my foundation playlist down here. And then the next episode is going to go up here. Excuse me. So I need to make sure that I'm not, I mean, this will be moved over anyway, but I need to make sure that I'm not clipping my character. That sort of just defeats the point. Let's see. Okay, that's going to make it look really flat and cursed because I've clipped through the wall now. Yeah. If I knew about cameras, then this stuff would all help. Whee! Okay, that sort of helps. Well, I need to make sure that my wall is actually a wall. I think that could work. And there'll be a little subscribe blob somewhere, I think, as well. So yeah, if I move this like here in front of the desk, so that'll be like the center of the image. And then I have my videos here, and I can just be doing like a nice little wave. Maybe I'll do a wave with the backhand. I'm also sitting a bit high on that chair. I'm floating, and that's probably not a good idea. So let's just sink down. We can pretend that this warped wood is a nice soft cushion that I'm sitting on. Excuse me. Okay, so I think now let's fix the smirk. What I'm trying to do is select my facial features without selecting any of the rest. No, that failed. I don't know. Yeah, I'm good. Just got a bit of a cough going on. That's even worse. Come on. I can do this. Maybe. No, I can't. I mean, I can select them all in one at a time, but that's gonna take a while. I don't have the patience for that. Too close. Can I select them from here? Does that work? Yeah, not really. Okay. Nope. I've just made it. Oh, I'm making everything worse. Help. I don't know why that's selecting the bottom part of my... Why that's selecting everything. I don't want to. If I can do it like this instead. Okay, that's better. Hopefully that's deselected. Okay, if I... No. Definitely not. Oh dear. Okay. So that wasn't what I wanted to do. Well, the problem is because my character's got this hat on, like the hoodie bit of my dinosaur onesie. So like on a normal character, the eyes would be up here somewhere. But because I've got like my hoodie and then my hair and then my eyes are really low, but the character model is created with the eyes at like a normal Minecraft skin level. So yeah, it's just like an expansive chin that shouldn't be there. Ah dear. Right. Let's try resetting this. Okay. I forget what these do. They all do different things, and it's always trial and error for me. I think these all connect to the mouth armature. Oops, no, that's eyes. What are you doing? I don't know, there's meant to be, like, I should be able to make that not a smile. Without, you know, I'm quite a smiley person. Super surprised. Let's get that. Okay, so there should be a way to straighten these out. Because that's just rotating, so I can make myself look kind of, you know, confused or like super angry. Grr. No, I don't want to be super angry at my viewers. Okay, I don't know if I want like just like block straight eyebrows either. I'm also not entirely sure why they're different coloured eyebrows. They just are, and that's how things go. I have different coloured eyebrows in this. Okay, so oops, rotating does nothing. So oops, whoop. mm. I think I want a little bit of an arch in that, not quite like that. I don't know if there's meant to be some way. Okay, yeah, we're just going back. Going back to okay. This makes the eyebrows wobble, scaling them up. So I probably want to undo the one that I did here. If I can. I don't know if I can anymore. Was that G? Did I grab that? Yeah, okay. So we can have a slightly curved eyebrow. And then I probably want to... yeah, straighten these out again. There's like having a little bit of a curve on it does make it look slightly friendlier. But obviously I don't want it to be in smirk territory. Why is that not working? I thought scale was what I was doing before. Oop. Not like that. Definitely not like that. No! Other way. Get up. Okay, that's better. I think. It's very wide. But I'm gonna try and fix that. Okay, not quite that squinty. Come on. No. Oh, that's big eyes. That's kind of slightly bug-like. Okay, I think this top one might be slightly rotated, which is like a little bit sleepy. No, other way. Other way. That's too much. That's verging on evil. Okay. I think that's slightly better. I still look slightly shifty though, don't I? I don't know if it's because my pupils are not centered. Oh dear. Let's not do that. Yeah, I think the mouth isn't helping with this. So let's do like centered pupils. Yeah, I'm not sure, like something's gone wrong with the mouth because I can't seem to reset it to just a straight line, which is what it should do. um oops. Yeah, that's an improvement, don't you think? uh at least there's an undo button. Right. Okay. I do actually Like, I think maybe having the mouth slightly higher might be good. And then I can rotate it at a different angle. But yeah, I'm stuck on how to get it to a flat line again. I have no idea what that's doing, if it's even doing anything. Oops, that's what that's doing. Moving my eyes up and down. Okay, let's not play with that one anymore. Because one of these little blobs should control like how smiley that is. And one of them should let you open and close the mouth, which can also get pretty horrific. Ah, there we go. Okay. I still don't know why my like the middle of it is slightly open. I mean, I don't want to be completely like deadpan. If I scale that, does that do anything? No. So yeah, there should be a way to open and close the mouth, but I can't remember. Oh, okay. I found it. Yeah. Yeah? Do you think that's a nice friendly goodbye, everybody? Thanks for watching. Oh, you can do some really terrible things with this. Okay. Okay, so I don't know if that's better. Have a look from the camera. Okay, so hopefully the mouth is small and vaguely unnoticeable. Still don't look very happy, but we'll see how it goes. I probably want to let's get back into the camera. Yeah, like my skin doesn't have a mouth because I tried adding one and it just didn't look right. However, I did it. Oh dear. I don't know if you can still see me because my stream playback has broken, but I don't know if the stream is actually running. So if it is, let me know because it says I'm still live at the top. I just can't see what is being shown on Minecraft? YouTube. Minecraft on the brain. Okay, I think I'm going to move all of this into position. Hopefully you can still... I mean, I'm assuming if you can't hear me, then you'd put some... No, you wouldn't put something in chat, because there wouldn't be a chat if my stream had crashed. I don't know. The stream's still going. I'm going to assume it's fine, and you can actually see something. I mean, I'm not actually doing anything at the moment, because I'm jabbering about my stream. Let's move both of these closer to the desk. Everything is good. Cool. Because, yeah, I've got an error message on my little preview screen. So I'm like, oh, I hope you're not seeing that. And it's just like the time's frozen. But I've still got a clock at the top where it says that I'm live. So I'm like, I don't know if this is working or not. But thank you for letting me know that it is. Oops. Yeah, we can go down a little bit. Put my feet close to the floor. Okay, what I actually wanted to do was rotate. So I'm sort of... Yeah, let's do like that, I think. Don't mind me coughing. Right, so let's go back in pose mode and do some head manipulation. So what you can do is just completely grab stuff off, which is kind of fun, but also cast. So let's not do that. Again, it's another idea for Halloween. I could be a headless horseman. So let's rotate this. So look at the camera. I might do a little. I want to be too dead eye stare at the camera. Have a little head tilt there. And then I probably want to, that's going to move my head, so I might have to readjust that, but I might want to rotate the shoulders as well, possibly, just so that I'm not completely like static. Just trying to say slight head turn. Yeah, it's it definitely doesn't look natural, does it, when you're doing these sorts of adjustments? Right. Okay, is that just there's like a forward and backward, which is what I'm trying to change at the moment. Okay, that's, yeah, the hips are a bit weird as well. Because what I'd like to do is bring that, not like that, really. No. That's what I'm trying to do. So face this shoulder more towards the camera, but then I need to move the head back a bit. Okay. And then I don't know. See, I could wave with this arm. Oh, that took so long. I don't remember how long it took to make the animation. And bear in mind that I mean, I'm a bit rusty with moving stuff around, but back then I was a complete beginner. So that first episode, like the whole of it, took me a good 2 months to put together. And the animation was a big chunk of that, because it's like I have literally no idea of what I'm doing with any of this. But I had fun, and that's the main thing. Right, I'm thinking what I might actually do is jog myself closer to the desk again, have this arm resting on the desk, and this arm like waving goodbye to everybody. Because yeah, what you can see down here is like a timeline, so you can keyframe positions. And it does, so it's smart enough to transition between them. So like if I keyframe that here and then move on 20 seconds, and then so let's put that up there and add another keyframe. So if I play that, then it eventually, it's been a bit laggy. Are you gonna play? I can show you the stop motion version because it doesn't want to play. But yeah, you can see I've done 2 positions and Blender's extrapolated what the movement in between the 2 should be. So it's not like you have to do every single frame. But you do have to go in and tweak stuff if it, like I had, when I'm moving stuff, it would like clip through other things. So you have to go in and like, okay, let's redirect the trajectory of this so that it's not, I'm not clipping a painting through my leg when I move it. Okay. Okay, so let's come out of pose mode once again and go shuffle, shuffle, close to the desk. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. Because I think also what I'd like to do at some point is actually have the outro, the end screen like slightly animated, so I'm actually waving. But that will take a while, so I'm not, that's not going to be ready today. It's already like, I've taken so much longer to do this than expected. Like, I thought I could get this done. I thought I could get an end screen for my streams done. And I thought I could get the banner for my channel done. But if I get one thing done, I'll be happy. And it's the one thing that I actually need for the video that I'm about to upload. Maybe tomorrow? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, this one. Is that a good angle? Right. Also, if you watch people who know how to do this, it's so much quicker. Because I tend to do things in stages. So like I rotate, oops, that's not the one I wanted, but I'll rotate things around each different axis, or I'll move things around each different axis. Whereas clever people who know how to do this sort of stuff can just like they just do one rotate thing and then that works for, they know how to move so that it puts it in the position that they want. Right, what looks like a wave? Is that a wave? It's kind of hard to do a wave when you're not actually moving. Yeah. I'm also wondering if this chair was the right colour, considering that my character is already very turquoise. Looking further away, further away. It could be a big goodbye hug. I don't know how to make a wave. Yeah, without it being animated. I don't know how to make it look like a wave rather than some sort of strange cheer. I mean, if I leave it like this, then I'm sort of going to be pointing upwards towards the next video. So that could work. It could be like a, hey, check this thing out. The other issue is that I can't actually upload the next video until I've filmed it, which is going to be at least a week after whatever this is attached to. Maybe I want to angle my head slightly upwards. This is the thing, you can just get bogged down in detail so easily. Move the hand closer to the head. Let's try it. I can rotate from the forearm. I'm going to also move this up. Okay, let's get some feedback on that one first. And then, do you think I should move the upper arm further upwards? Or do you think that looks wavy? I don't want it to look like I'm saluting. I'm not really a saluting sort of person. That's better. Okay, let's leave it with this then. So, what I would like to do is put like the log out screen of Minecraft here. Let's save this. That's a good idea. Okay, you can barely see the microphone there. So it doesn't matter that I've used a weird block for it. Okay, that's saved. So let's hop over to Minecraft and see if I can remember how to import an image. I don't know why this thing is popping up. I don't know if it's happening for you as well, but it's really bugging me. Oh, I guess you're on your phone, aren't you? Rather than Windows PC, so you're probably fine. Play it up. I must say it's very strange having a stream where there's no like background other than me talking, because even when there's no game music, there's always some sort of noise that a game is producing, whereas this is just like silence apart from me. But I don't know enough about like, I mean, not that I'm monetized, that's not like copyright's not a huge issue, but I don't want to like get on the bad side of YouTube. I already got a copyright flag for the Stanley Parable. Apparently the elevator music is copywritten, wrote. Copper update, yeah, I saw the details of that. So, okay, I think actually I want to take a screenshot of this. Does that work? Not that you know what I'm asking, but yeah, can you? Okay, that did work. Right. So I have a screenshot of the Minecraft screen, which is all that I really wanted. So yeah, I'm really excited about the copper golems. A, because they're super cute, and B, because I had an idea to use like a combined sorting system, because in this world I've got a sorting system that's like a multi-item sorter that's minecart based. But of course it puts everything all into one chest, and I don't like that because I don't like items being all muddled up. But it would just be absolutely massive to split it into each individual item has its own chest. But what I was thinking is with the copper golems, you could like mass item sort everything into like oak wood, and then have the copper golems going round and like putting all the oak wood stairs into one bit, all the planks into another chest, and that sort of thing. And they don't need all of the redstone in order to do that. So I'm kind of thinking about when can I update my foundation world, and I was possibly thinking of doing it as like I'm planning to do like a 1 year anniversary world tour, but I was thinking maybe as part of that I could expand the world border so that I can actually update to the latest version of the game and get access to some of the new stuff, because I'm so far behind with them doing like the mini updates, and I won't have finished paving over all of the world by then unless that's all that I focus my episodes on. But I'm not sure anybody wants to watch me just digging and slabbing. What am I doing? I am getting out of pose mode is what I'm doing. And then I want to... Is that what? Oh no, I don't know what I've done. Oh no, I think I'll... right. Shift A? Shift A, right. I want to insert an image. I want to insert it as a mesh plane, I believe. Screenshots. There we go. Import image as plane. I don't know where this is going to land. I don't know how big it's going to be. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. So now what I want to do is move it onto my monitor. Yeah, I can understand because they want to keep it fresh for people, and like most content creators, or most of the big content creators, kind of like squeeze everything they can out of an update, and then they're like, oh well, I don't know what to do in Minecraft anymore, so I'm gonna go and play some other game probably. But I don't know, I'm definitely a very slow paced sort of person, as you've probably gathered, so it's like I feel like I can't keep up. I was already like, we're on like 1.21.7 and I'm still on 0.1 basically. But yeah, I'm thinking of like expanding the world border, but still keeping to my original plan of paving over the smaller area, because that way I can like expand stuff and try the new stuff, but still like have that. And it's probably only me that cares about that goal anyway, but you know, I want to do it. So I'm going to see that through. Okay, so let's rotate this. And it disappears. Goodbye. Right, I need to... Are these not lined up? I don't think my monitor is entirely in one piece. I think it's slightly broken. Right, let's move that forward. I'm hoping it won't really show. It's just at a jaunty angle. And then... Oh, that's probably too much. Okay, so what I'm going to say is we've got like speakers down the side of the monitor. That's why it's not... I guess I can actually just rescale this. ZY. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's go to our camera. Right, I think I want to move this towards us a little bit. Just so that we get a black bevel on the other side. Okay, I think from straight on this would look weird. There we go. I've just finished playing Minecraft. So that's gonna, maybe I don't need a painting on there because it's already gonna have like the playlist and the video and I don't want it being too busy. So I think I might be ready to upgrade these textures, which is probably going to be a bit of a pain. Let's hope I can just select them all like that. Okay, now I go to prep materials. Blah, 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 blah. Various settings that I don't understand. And then you can see everything's sharpened up and looks good. So the next thing to do is to actually render it as an image. My glass is still a little bit weird looking, but let's see what it looks like on the render. Because I might need to add some more lighting, because at the moment I'm very much backlit by those end rods. Don't know why my pearlescent frog light isn't lit up, but let's see. So yeah, it's... I don't know. I mean, I can guess I can leave that as a stripe if needed, but I'd rather not. No more blurry bookshelves. Yeah, it looks a lot better once you do that. I like that first animation that I did in my first episode. I didn't do this and I was like, oh my god, why does it look so terrible? Like everything's blurry, it looks awful. And I'm so glad that I like worked out what was wrong, because if I'd have uploaded that, it would have just been, I don't know, so bad. Okay, so I definitely need some lighting that's kind of behind the camera flooding in. My mouth has disappeared. I have no mouth. That's not good. I need to fix that as well. Okay. So, yeah, I'm not very good at the whole lighting thing, so I tend to do a bit of trial and error. So I've got a couple of lights in this collection. Which one's... Okay, so that's a stronger one. Let's try moving that up first. Which way is it facing? It will have a little... Okay, so it's facing the wrong way at the moment. You can see the line pointing over there. Whee! Okay. Straight in the face. Okay. Let's try and select my character and then give myself a mouth that's actually visible. Use my very bad navigational skills. Okay, so I think it was it G that made it bigger? Oh, not like that. Not like that. Stop it. Let's try G that. No, definitely not. No, rotate is just like how happy or sad I look. Scale, I'm sure it was this one that was changing like how open the mouth was. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm misremembering. It's been all of 20 minutes and I've forgotten it already. No. I'm not sure because obviously I am going away on a holiday, so I can't stream this Wednesday or next Monday. Hopefully I'll stream next Wednesday, but I'm not sure if I want to do another arty one. Like, I do want to get this stuff done because I think, oops. I'm at the point where people are visiting my channel pages, so I think I want to make a banner so that it looks a bit nicer. But yeah, I just don't know. Maybe I'll do some gaming the Wednesday that I'm back. I need to have a look at the calendar because I'm going away again, but that's over like a Friday to Sunday, so that won't interfere. Okay, so can't do this Wednesday, can't do next Monday. So yeah, the 16th, which is the Wednesday, I think I'll do some sort of gaming just for fun. Maybe if I have a chance to look at creative, I might try and fix the drill because otherwise I'm worried that I'm just going to leave it underneath my base and just never look at it again. So maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll just do some other sort of random gaming. And then maybe Monday the 21st, I'll work on the banner as a priority and then the stream end, because my idea for the stream end is just going to be like this, but a slightly different pose, basically. Okay. I'm sure this should be like scaling, but it's not. Why isn't this working? Not that you can help. I'm assuming you haven't done anything in Blender before, but I want to be able to make the mouth open up, and I don't know how. I can always just draw the mouth on in paint later. Might look a bit janky, but I can do it. That's not good. Scale. That just makes it... I want to make it like more open. That's making it less open. We're going to creepy territory again. Let's not do that. It's so easy to make these just look super cursed. And it amuses me no end. Also, quite often I make my character look like it's doing yoga if I'm trying to like adjust the hips or something. It will just like bend over to the side. Okay, that's done. Oh, okay, right. Just have to be very, very gentle with it. Okay, let's try that. It looks a bit too much at the moment, but we'll see how it looks on the render. Just save it first. What am I going to do? Press F12. That's how you render stuff. So I've got the lighting, which is different. Okay, you can actually see my smile now, which is good. And like, it's a little bit odd, but I don't think it's too bad. And like, I don't have a nose, which I think makes it look a bit strange as well, but I think I'd look worse with a nose. Get a little bit of white terracotta or something and stick it on the... or red terracotta. Make myself Rudolph. This lampshade is kind of annoying me as well because that should be bright underneath it and it's just not. Maybe I didn't select it properly. We'll see. So yeah, I think the lighting is better. I might want to move it more this way and angle it because like this side is really bright, but I think I want like the light coming from over here maybe. Light coming from... Oh! Yeah, that's a good idea. It won't make this image any brighter, I don't think, but it would make sense to have a bit of light from the PC. And I do have another light that's... yeah, you can sort of see it's wonky, but from the side it looks normal. I do have this light as well. So let's move that up here. Has that moved? I don't think that's actually moved. Try and move it down here instead. Selection to cursor. Oh, it's because I'm still in pose mode. It would indeed add ambiance. I've done that before, so in my little animation, I don't know if you can tell, but I added lights to the candles so that they like do actually give off some light in the corner. What am I doing? Selection to cursor. Okay, so this might be a little bit strong. Where is... there we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. I have these the other way around, so the... oh, no. Okay. Don't mind me. But yeah, that's currently 70 watts. I think maybe that would be better. And then we sort of... I'm not going to be too precise with this. But it would definitely be better if it was sort of coming from the right direction. Okay, and then scale it on the y-axis so it's the same sort of size as that image. Okay, that should be better. I feel there's something else I was going to do that I've already forgotten. Oh yeah, I need to try and prep the light, the pearlescent frog light, see if that helps. Let's move this light that way and rotate it back. I might want to have it less strong as well. I don't know. We'll see how it looks. And let's see if I can select that block there and just prep it because I think it might have got left last time. Missed out, rather. I don't know. Let's go back here and then re-render. Okay, so the frog light is still black, which is annoying. I think what I might do, because I'm sure I have fixed that in the past, but I can't remember how I did it. So I might want to bump that up a bit and move this light more central. Yeah, I might leave this as it is for now. even though it looks kind of janky. And then I'll decide if I want to do something else with it later. Also, so this light, I don't know if because it's behind the plane maybe. So let's move that a little bit closer to me first. Because I don't know if the mesh plane blocks light or not. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to grab it. Let's have that like that. Okay. Right, and I want to move this further that way, I think, so that I'm being dabbed by the light beam. Okay, let's have another little render. There's also, so you can change things like add lens flare and glow and all that sort of stuff. But I think at the moment I'm not going to worry about any of that. Okay, got some nice shading on the pot there. I might just try bumping that PC up a little bit with the light. So like this bit is very dark, but I guess that's fine. Right. Area. Okay, so we're currently at 10. Let's try and make it 20. Yeah, you can change the color of them as well, which is kind of cool. If you're doing like a soul lantern, you could actually make the light from it blue. Right, let's see how this goes. Okay. I don't know if that's going to be too much. We've still got some sampling to do, but you can definitely see now the light on my arm from the monitor. Come on, render. What I might try and do is change the color to maybe more of an orangey rather than the white, sort of yellowy white that it's on at the moment. Because that's sort of, I know it's not the main color, but it's like the coppery color that's coming out of the monitor. So yeah, I do need to re-render. Do. I don't know why it rushes to sample 17 and then it always gets stuck for me. Okay, I think that's better. Maybe a bit too orange. Yeah, I can tone it down. Yeah, because it sort of looks like the keyboard's on fire. Slightly. But I do like it not being the same yellow as the other light. I think that's good. But yeah, I will tone that down just a touch. I can't interact with things on the actual render screen. That doesn't work. Okay. That's more of a peachy colour. And give that a go. So yeah, you could make it any colour you want really. But this it's hard to tell sometimes when it's still processing. But I'm thinking this looks good. Yeah, what do you reckon? Looks cool. Good. I agree. So it's really simple now. All I do is save it, basically. So I can I don't want to go. So I need to organize my folders better, but this is basically everything really ends up in the raw footage. That's spoiler alerts for what's coming soon. But I've got these utility pictures, so I think it makes sense to have it in here, and then I can call this video or end screen video. And then, yeah, I can pop that on the end of my episode and hopefully have some links for anyone who makes it that far to check out my other stuff. Cool. Okay, thanks for stopping by. Sorry about the mix-up with the scheduling. But I'm glad you did find your way here in the end. And yeah, so my next episode, I've got a few bits to do, but basically the editing is done. I just need to add the music, add this little end screen to it, do my subtitles, and then do like the uploading and checking to make sure it looks fine. So yeah, I'm hoping that will be out tomorrow, but there's a slight chance that it will have to be delayed for like Wednesday maybe. But it's coming soon. Like, oh no! When did that happen? It's fine. I did alright on my own. I was, yeah, just chatting away. It is what it is. There'll be lots more streams, so don't you worry. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I will see you next time. Bye! Good. Make my little character wave. Bye!